If I could have everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You can be seated now.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Good evening, class of 2025, family, friends, and graduates. My name is Troy Riggs, and I stand before you as third in my class. Please bow your heads and join me in prayer. Lord, on this day, we give all of the glory to you. On this day, we celebrate the incredible milestone for the Fountain Lake class of 2025, but we didn't do it alone, Lord. You were with every one of us the whole time. Thank you for the miracles you have performed in each of our lives, and thank you for every miracle you will perform. I pray that every person here tonight learns about your love for them as they embrace the unexpected journey of the life we all have ahead of us, no matter what our future entails. I pray that during this journey, everyone here leans on you during both the good and the bad times and trusts the future you have built for all of us. I pray you show each and every person here that you have such an amazing plan for them, and that life is so much more amazing when we give you control. We thank you for everything you do and will do for us, Lord. Amen. Amen. You may be seated.
Good evening and welcome to the class of 2025 commencement. Congratulations, graduates. My name is Darren Landry, and I am honored to serve as the superintendent of this great school. At this time, I would like to introduce the Fountain Lake School Board. President Corey George. Vice President Dana Greason. Secretary Cindy Herring. Board Member Bao Nguyen. And Board Member Brian Lambert. To our graduates, congratulations on this major accomplishment. The Fountain Lake School District is very, very proud of you and look for great things in the future. Please know that if there's anything that our school can do for you as you go on your journey, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help in any way. Thank you again for all you've put in and all your hard work as all these years through school. Thank you, and go Cobras.
At this time, it's my privilege to introduce to you the class president of the class of 2025, Zyrel Davis.
First off, I just gotta say thank you to all y'all who voted for me for class pres. Y'all the real ones. Y'all the real ones. But let's get this over with. Well, guys, it seems we finally made it to the end of our school year, and I'm glad to see everyone made it, even you, Eddie. But let's get this over with. My high school years were honestly a jumbled up mess, but hey, I enjoyed every bit of it, from freshman year with the boot gang to the senior year powder puff. Hold on, I lost my spot. Besides that, I got to say, you guys were the most non-school spirited and lazy class. Like, in the pep rallies, Troy over there trying to get us riled up and ready, but no one did anything. And you know what we got out of that? A pity stick. But you know what? I loved you guys and wouldn't want to change it. So, I was so close to not being in this class because I got held back in kindergarten because I wasn't mature enough to go to the first grade. Like, that confused me, let me tell you that much. I'm glad I got held back because I don't know what I'd be doing. And I'm taking this as a gift. Also, it's funny to think that when we graduated 8th grade, we got away from the 7 habits, but Mr. J had to pull a Mr. Feeney and join us just to spread the 7 habits just a little bit more before we graduated. But you know what? It's fine. We know we're your favorite class. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay. I just have to give recognition to all the teachers that put up with me. I loved all y'all's classes every day. I laughed. Like Mr. Mercer with your funny sayings like, I'm just doing terribly well and bless your heart. And Miss Bird, thank you for making the future not so scary for me and thinking about that. And then, what's my call? Mr. Lively or Mr. Live Live. I know you're not here, but I love you and you've taught me a lot in filming. You're the reason I did film the way I did for the past 4 years, and I will not forget you, and you hold a place in my heart. And lastly, Coach Rhodes. I never did thank you, but I thank you for putting your neck out and getting the film class going so me and Abby could do it for 1 more year, and that means a lot to me. I also had the chance to teach the next generation, Gabby, Dakota, Judah, River, and Roston. I have so much faith and see y'all doing way more than what I could do. I'm passing the torch to y'all, and trust me, y'all will do just great. And lastly, Mom and Dad, thank y'all for giving me everything I ever wanted and having my back for anything I wanted to pursue. I just wanted y'all to know y'all mean the world to me. I wouldn't want to trade y'all for the world. All right, I'm done ranting, so I'll go so we can get done. Y'all have fun and go be great.
With the surge of that well-known sadness have to sit down for a while. The feeling that I'm losing you forever, and without really entering your world. I'm glad whenever I can share your laughter, funny little girl. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute. The feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in your mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, you keep on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. What happened to the wonderful adventures? The places I had planned for us to go. Well, some of it we did, but mostly didn't. And why, I just don't know. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute. The feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in your mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, you keep on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. School bag in hand, you leave home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile.
It is now my privilege to introduce to you our class salutatorian for the class of 2025, Peyton Richard.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the Fountain Lake graduating class of 2025. My name is Peyton Richard, and it is my honor to speak to each of you tonight. I have been surrounded by the Fountain Lake school and community since my mom began working in the middle school when I was 2. Since my time here, I have been shown nothing but love and kindness from every teacher and member of this remarkable place that became my second home. I remember walking through the halls after school, following my mom into all the different rooms and classrooms, making friends with other teachers' kids, and getting candy from Mr. J's office, and also constantly feeling loved and cared for by the people in this school. Fountain Lake enabled me to be the person I am today and to have the goals I created for my future. This school became my home away from home, and it doesn't feel right to be leaving it. I'm forever grateful for my time at Fountain Lake and the people who helped me get to where I am today. Not long ago, we got our freshman year schedules. We texted our best friends to see if we had the same classes and wondered what our high school journeys had in store for us. Little did we know that those 4 years would go by faster than any one of us could have ever imagined. Everyone always says it will be over in the blink of an eye. And while that never seemed true when we were studying for a test, struggling with a chemistry or math problem, or sitting through what felt like the longest class period of our life, it was true. 4 years have passed, and it is time to step out into the world to become who we want to be. Whether you're going to college, trade school, workforce, military, or whatever path you choose, you have the potential to do great things. Each of us will succeed and fail, but I want you to remember that our success isn't measured by the mistakes that we make. It's determined by the passion and perseverance we exert into ourselves, our careers, and our futures. I want to thank each of our teachers and the staff of Fountain Lake who challenged us to work hard and expand our knowledge. I want to thank our coaches for pushing us to be better athletes, teammates, and people. I want to thank our friends and peers for making each day brighter and lifting us up when we were down. I want to thank our families for the unwavering support and love that you have shown us, helping us get to where we are now. Without each one of you, we wouldn't have the bright futures we all have. And a special thank you to my parents for always being my biggest supporters and pushing me to be the best student and person I can be. I'm forever grateful for your unconditional love and support. Class of 2025, we made it, and our futures are bright. Ben Carson once said, "Through hard work, perseverance, and a faith in God, you can live your dreams." I pray that each of us has the courage and strength to fulfill our potential and create beautiful lives for ourselves. Congratulations to all, and thank you for your time.
And now presenting our class valedictorian, Brianna Graves.
Good evening, parents, families, faculty, and most importantly, the Fountain Lake class of 2025. My name is Brianna Graves, the class valedictorian, and I am honored to give this speech before you today as we celebrate an incredible milestone in our lives. Before I start, I just want to say, if you're wondering if this speech is going to be long, inspiring, or full of deep wisdom, well, you clearly haven't met me yet. But don't worry, I'll keep it short so we can get to the good stuff, like finally being able to sleep in and not have to worry about taking the ACT ever again. As I stand up here today, I realize that graduation is a bittersweet moment, one that brings joy for the future, but also a reflection on the journey that has brought us to this point. Today, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt thanks to the school and the people who have shaped me into the person I am today. First, I want to thank Fountain Lake for being my second home. This school has given me countless unforgettable memories and friendships that I will cherish forever. I started my journey here in kindergarten, where most of my kindergarten class is sitting in this very room today. It says a lot about a school when most of the students stay or come back over time. When growing up around the same people, you create meaningful bonds that will stick with you forever. Over time, our class has divided, but remember that we have stuck together through it all. Whether you realize it today as I speak before you or later, it's important to remember that the friendships we've forged here are lasting. Some of us will go to college, others will start their careers, and some will travel to distant places. But no matter where life takes us, the bonds we created will always be a part of who we are. Therefore, I want to challenge us to stay in touch, check in on each other, and continue to support one another no matter how far apart we may drift. The friendships we've developed at Fountain Lake are a treasure, and they will continue to influence our lives in ways that we can't yet imagine. My second thanks goes to all the teachers, well, the ones that didn't assign too much homework. Thank you, teachers, for being much more than educators, but mentors, role models, and a source of inspiration in our lives. Your unwavering dedication and passion for teaching has encouraged us to strive for excellence and pursue our dreams. You have believed in us even when we sometimes struggle to believe in ourselves. It is because of your support that we have learned to face challenges and to embrace the beauty of learning. I also want to give a special shout out to my favorite teacher, Coach Rhodes. Thank you for being my biggest supporter, but also my biggest mentor. You've taught me so much, not just in the classroom, but also about life and perseverance. Your encouragement has pushed me to challenge myself and strive for my best. I appreciate all the extra time you've spent helping me and the valuable lessons you've shared, especially when it comes to expanding my taste in music to include 90s grunge. Again, thank you for putting up with me these 4 years and sharing your passion of East for me. I also want to take a special moment to thank my family. Thank you for believing in me and encouraging me to chase my dreams. Your guidance and encouragement has shaped who I am today. I'm so grateful for the valuable lessons you've instilled in me. I appreciate all the sacrifices you've made and the abundance of support you have shown me, especially when it comes to my parents. If you see my mom, she's probably crying. I feel truly lucky to have such a caring and loving family. Thank you for always being there for me, and your love will always be my greatest strength. And to the class of 2025, we finally did it. We're graduating. As we prepare to take the next steps in our lives, whether that leads us to new schools, careers, or just a permanent residence on our parents' couch, I know the memories and friendships formed here will always hold a special place in my heart. Fountain Lake, thank you for the laughs, the lessons, and especially for putting up with me all these years. And in the wise words of Devery Coach Rhodes, let's lock in, people.
Good evening. I am Lee Holly Hensley, the high school counselor. It is my honor to present to you the achievements of the class of 2025. Seniors, some of you have been very busy this year, visiting colleges, filling out applications, taking tests, and of course, making memories. But here we are. You've made it to the light at the end of the tunnel, and you have accomplished quite a bit along the way. Of the 73 graduates this year, 48 have completed at least one program of study in a career and technical program. Our graduates have earned a total of 444 college credit hours. 45 graduates have reported that they will be continuing their education at a 2- or 4-year institution. 5 are enrolling in trade programs. 2 are pursuing tattoo apprenticeships. 5 have joined the military, and several are entering the workplace. Many of our seniors spent a lot of hours filling out scholarship applications, and it paid off. When we total the value of the scholarships that these students reported to us, so far, the class of 2025 has earned just shy of $1 million with a potential amount of $974,100 in scholarship money. Now, to our graduates, my very first group of seniors, my favorite class to date. A couple of you told me earlier this year, we don't know how we ended up liking you. We just wandered into your office and never left. Either way, I am grateful to have had such a great group of kids with me on this first go-round. This year I've watched so many of you go through ups and downs, watched so many of you question what your next chapter will be. Just remember, no matter what your next chapter holds, whether it be college, military, pursuing a trade, or entering the workforce, you can accomplish anything if you set your mind to it and put forth the effort. If you're in that group who is still unsure of what you want to do, it's okay. You will figure it out when the time is right, and you will be great. So, class of 2025, here's one last life lesson from Miss Hensley. The road to success is always under construction. Don't let a few detours get you down. You will make it to where you want to go. It just may take a little longer or play out a little differently than you planned. Graduates, we are so proud of you and wish you the best of luck in whatever adventure you are about to begin. I love you all, and thank you so much for sharing your year with me. Congratulations, and go be great.
Good evening and welcome. My name is Frank Janaski, and I am the principal of Fountain Lake Charter High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome parents, students, family, friends, faculty, and staff, and of course, all of our guests and the class of 2025. It's a great honor to have you here with us tonight. Class of 2025, you made it. You're the class that gets to say, we are the end of the first quarter of the 21st century, but you're also the beginning of the second quarter of this century. In 25 years, that's 2050, when you're holding your 25th class reunion, what will the world look like? What will you have accomplished? And what did you make of your life? I know that in order to get here tonight, there have been tears, screams, and probably a little cussing. And that was just from your parents and teachers. Some of you had had an easy journey. Some of you have had to overcome obstacles both personally and academically to get here. And through the last 8 years, you have had changes in teachers, coaches, and even an assistant principal. But you and I have been together since your 5th grade year. So you know it's coming. Coach Mungle's waiting for it. So in order for you to get here tonight, you had to be proactive. You had to begin with the end in mind and put first things first. You had to seek to listen. You had to help create a win-win. You learned how to synergize with your peers, and hopefully along the way, you were able to sharpen your saw. Covey's 7 habits are lessons in teaching us on how to interact with people. They were not written focused on students, but they were written to produce a better person in a workforce. I hope with the skills you have learned, you will find greatness in whatever path you choose. Tonight, you've heard from your classmates that this journey you are about to embark on is full of successes and failures. Each of your classmates have talked about friendships that you have built over a year or 14 years. And those friendships will continue, but maybe they will not look like they do now. Your classmates will see your success and know of your struggles, but I guarantee with just one phone call, text message, or an IM, someone will be there to help you celebrate or give you a shoulder to cry on, because that is the type of persons you are. And that is why I have also said we have great students and parents at Fountain Lake. Most of you were born in 2007. You entered the world while we dealt with West Nile virus. The iPhone was released to the public. Google Street View was released. We saw the release of Spider-Man 3, Shrek the Third, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, and Harry Potter closed a $1 billion chapter in publishing history. Tonight, you wait with anticipation to hear your name called out before the audience. Many of your parents are more excited to hear your name than you are, but they know what it took to get you here. Their emotions and their excitement have built up to this milestone. They remember your birth, the day you started walking, the first words you spoke. They remember the first time you dealt with great joy, disappointment, and loss. Now you're here, ready to embark on the next leg of your journey, not as a high school student or a child, but a graduate and young adult. At the beginning of Star Trek, Captain Kirk utters the words, "Seek out and explore." I urge you, seek out and explore your dreams and desires. Boldly go where you want to go, and don't be afraid to fail. But go and be great, as Mr. Bellamy would say. So seniors of 2025, your time to enter the real world is here. No matter what your future plans are, in just a few short minutes, you will become high school graduates of Fountain Lake. You will become a part of the alumni family. You are and always will be Cobras for life. Seniors, time for me to sign off. So I will leave you with the words that you've heard me state so many times. Live long and prosper. Mr. Landry. members of the Fountain Lake School Board, having earned and met the necessary requirements for Fountain Lake Schools, the Department of Education, it is my privilege to present the graduating class of 2025 for you to bestow their high school diplomas.
Brianna Nicole Graves, summa cum laude. Peyton Nicole Richard, summa cum laude. Troy Austin Riggs, summa cum laude. Elaine Ruth Luke, summa cum laude. Brinkley Renee Heath, summa cum laude. Sierra Hope Brown, summa cum laude. Emma Paige Riley, summa cum laude. Seth Michael Boudreau, summa cum laude. Caitlin Alexis Dillinger, magna cum laude. Logan Alexander Bradford, magna cum laude. Melanie Magana, magna cum laude. Lindley May Harden, magna cum laude. Aiden Zach Parsons, magna cum laude. Maria Kopshuna, magna cum laude. Abigail Grace Elder, magna cum laude. Nathaniel John Westerman, magna cum laude. Jalen Grace Cameron, magna cum laude. Caden Andrew Cates, cum laude. Shelby Nicole Wiley, cum laude. Caden Scott McCormick, cum laude. Abigail Grace Lacasse, cum laude. Austin Wayne Pennington, cum laude. Hannah Norris, cum laude.
That's my sister.
Cameron Clinton, cum laude. Carly Felicia Ann Hare, cum laude. Maddox Austin Millard, cum laude. Avery Joyce Eilenfeld, cum laude. Mackenzie Carleen Burns, cum laude. James Allen Armstrong. Gibson Taylor Bloomquist. Tyler Paul Boudreau. Oh. Colt McAllen Carden. Riley Michelle Christenberry. Christian Leo Chamuka. Chloe Donna Clark. Zyrel Raphael Davis. Natalie Paige Dethridge. Claire Elise Dobbs. Haley Jade Fournier. Cassidy Reese Fulmer. Parker Gregory Guess. Hunter James Ham. Jackson Jeffrey Martin Hanna. Hayden Holland. Micah Jordan Hundhausen. Rylan Zane Kramarenko. Jaden Michael Leach. Eddie Carroll Lloyd III. Kimmy Mason. Brody Allen McMillan. Miranda Michelle McPike. Madison Jade Moody. Summer Rain Osborne. Gavin Reeves Pahokee. Cheyenne Marie Price. Tristan Kyle Reeves. Ariana Isela Elisha Richardson. Tristan Lee Sullivan. Jackson Alexander Skaggs. Bryson Clay Smith. Trinity Rose Smith. Kaylina Lowell Span. Dory Ann Stinson. Isabel Valdés Ugartechea. Rosalind Elaine Van Dusen. Macy Lene Weiss. Bailey Renee Wallace. Walker Eugene Lynn Watson. Trenton Skylar Weaver. Henry Clay Stennis Wilkins. Taylor Ray Willis. Mark Dale Wilson Jr.
Would you please stand for the Fountain Lake Alma Mater?
class of 2025. We made it!
Thank you and good night.